Howdy. Hey, welcome back. Oh, I didn't even change the title. That there's no Cam Summer, but not today. Okay. And I don't even care about the description. I just woke up, man. This wasn't a long day. The previous ones were long days. This was the time where I could sleep a little more, because usually I have some time, a few hours in work to sleep, and I use that with the time that I got got at home to sleep. So together it's usually way more enough, or enough. So it's not a problematic. It's just I'm using that time when I have enough to write, and because of that I'm not sleeping there, or barely, if I have the chance, which is pretty cool, because I can use my work time to write my novel, and I am advancing, so that's I am progressing, more like, which is cool. It's just yeah, I'm way more sleepy the day after work. Now, this is the situation here. As you can see, I have, well, no 3,000, less than 3,000 adventure rank to reach today. Now it can be that I cannot reach it. First of all, let's check this thing. Serenity Pop. Because as far as I can tell, I can guess, more like, I think I can reach. Oh, that's way less than expected. It's not enough. So this is one of the problems, that I cannot buy this. This would help me with, I guess, 300. If I'm correct. Shut the fuck. What is it? Let's count. Let's count a little. How much I can do. So if I do a ley line gives me 100. Now we can do 3 ley lines from one of these fragile resins. That's 3 times 4, that's 1,300. And I also have resin for another 600. So it's 1,800. This will be 2 domain. Let's just do that to Strauss domain. What's it called? Let's just do them quickly. Get them all out of the way. Now I have a few quests that I found around the map, and we have the finishing of the golden up. I guess it's the finish of the golden up. Well, 1,000 XP. 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 1, This will be a funny party this way.
あなたとの契約を守ります。
Let's get them the XP they are looking for. Okay. So this is going down quick. Yay! I really hope that well, I'm probably silent as fuck. Because we realized that this last time that the microphone was taken much. The microphone was made to pick up much more silently compared to everything else. Let's check. That's not what I wanted to check. Wait, how did I do this? Oh, but maybe this is how I did it. Yeah, it's picking up the microphone, and there should be a delay. Oh, fuck it. Stuff like that is happening. Okay. So this is how my camera picks up naturally, for some reason, and it jumps back every time I load this load OBS. That the camera exposure is just well, atrocious. Let's just say it that way. Okay, I guess it's right now. Right now. Right here. What are you doing? Nope. You're here to pick up this. Well, did not get anything. Such a shame. Alrighty. This is how much resin we spent. Now just a few. What are they called? Well, experience away, battle pass experience away from level 50 there. Where am I going? What? I'm so my brain is not at the place at the moment. The funny thing that this should be funny, but somehow I'm just a mess.
せっかくのチャンスだ。本気を出して俺を楽しませてくれ。投稿も一つの選択だよ。俺は敗者に優しいからね。悪くないね。俺相手によくここ。
わからない。悪くない。
捕まえた。 風を知れ。しっかり立ってな。
ついて。
You got me. Oh fuck! That was completely my bad. Yeah, let's arrange this a little bit. Fuck this! At the last freaking second, I'm pulling away my mouse for some fucking reason, and he's teleporting at the last freaking second. That's the.
大丈夫ですよっはっ
There you go. Hey, you're still alive. No bullets. Nothing. Nothing. I don't get anything for like 2 weeks now, or even 3. I don't know, a lot. And before that I got some sword bullets. Now that I have more sword characters than at the beginning, it's not something that I'm that angry about, but still it's just a few. Like I have 1 or 2 billets a month, and that's, I wouldn't say that it's a waste, because not altogether it comes down like 45 for a trans domain, 45 resin for a trans domain. It's more like just I don't have more chance to get those. Okay, so at this point I need a bit more than 2000, and I can get like I can get that I need 1000. That's something that I should get somehow from quests today. Now this will be not up to me, because I have these 3 quests. Now this gives 300, but these 2 doesn't show any, so I need 700-ish. So that's how close I am. These 2 are the ones that are going to disappear after a week from now. So let's go and do these. Let's go and do these. Oh yeah, this is not the golden apple one. This is the Diluc one. Let's do that first. That might give us an indication of what we can. They are already flying away. What we can expect from the golden apple ending, if it's an ending. Which I expect it to be. Okay, there it is. Okay, got that one. I can. Here's the other one. Fuck this. Okay, got that one. There's one. Alright. There's 3 there. Here is one.
いいさ。
Well, let's go for that free. I think there's one more somewhere
You too.
around.
いいさ。
But whatever.
Yuko.
Oh, they are. There you go. Okay, got our free. They weren't that close to each other.
Yuko.
Yuko.
いいさ。
Huh. Isa. Hey, Adeline.
お二方ともやっとお戻りになられたのですね。
Yep. Hi. How are
ま
you?
さかこんなに時間がかかることだとは思いませんでした。本当にお疲れ様です。
I mean, it took some time for Genshin to give us this quest to come back here, so it's not because of us.
いやいや、オイラたちがディルックの旦那に協力するって言ったんだから、気にすんなって。
Even if we hadn't gone to Falcon Coast, we probably would have been fighting monsters somewhere else.
そういえば、ディルックの旦那は帰ってきたのか？オイラたち、高飛びの浜に行ったけど見かけなかったぞ。
申し訳ありません。旦那様のスケジュールについて私も正確に把握していないのです。ただ旦那様は最近エンジェルズシェアに現れたと聞きました。これはもういつものことですが、旦那様は面倒事を片付けた後、その後処理まできちんとされます。
And what are those
で
loose
すの
ends?
で、もうじき帰ってくる頃かと。お二方も焦らずワイナリーでしばしお休みください。
結局、ディルックの旦那とはすれ違いになっちゃったみたいだな。
I mean, maybe they did not want to. I mean, whoever might not want to mess around with the voice actor that much.
ワイナリーで待ってようぜ。
At least we got to see the look of the past, and it was worth it for that experience. It wasn't, but
そういえば、アデリンって普段はワイナリーで忙しそうにしてるけど、なんで今日はずーっとドアの前に立ってるんだ？
hmm?
もしかしてディルックの旦那が帰ってくるのを待ってるとか？そんな風にずっと立ちっぱなしなんて大変だろう。
That's a little bit on the nose, Paimon.
お気遣いありがとうございます。ただ私には頼まれた仕事があるんです。ここで特別なお客様を迎えるようにと旦那様より仰せつかっておりまして、
Are we the special
も
guest?
し一部の特別なお客様がいらっしゃった場合、忠告してお引き取りいただくんです。
And she's looking at us.
今は状況が特殊なので別の問題が起こらないようにそのお客様たちをワイナリーから遠ざけてほしいと旦那様はおっしゃっていました。
アデリンの言ってることがよくわからないんだけど、でもその口ぶりからするとすごく大事な仕事みたいだな。
Oh, it doesn't. What is it that you need or have it? Maybe we could have meet those guests.
お二方のご理解とご協力に感謝いたします。ですが旦那様のために随分と駆け回ってくれたのです。ここは私にお任せください。ただもしよろしければこの手紙を屋敷の中に持って行ってはくれませんか？ドアの右側に机がありますのでそこに置いてほしいのです。その机には手紙が整理して置いてあります。これをその一番外側に置いてください。
これってディルックの旦那宛ての手紙か？
This was very specific, considering that it's just a few steps away from her and we should do it, so it's more like, hey, here's a secret message, would you like to read it?
はい。これは旦那様の情報提供者からの手紙です。そのため処理と保管は旦那様の腹心にしか任せられません。
だったらディルックの旦那に信頼されてるオイラたちにぴったしだな。
ええ。お二方は旦那様の大切なご友人ですから。では、この手紙をお願いいたします。
Oh, I just realized that because of the birthday stream, this was well, yeah, it's much better this way. That was set higher because of the birthday cup, the cone that I was wearing that day. A new letter. Enter. Are we putting it away in a cutscene? Or do we have the chance to read it? A new letter. This one. Wait, I did not use that. Wait, we did not use that that quest. Huh. Interesting. Oh, we cannot read it. Nah. Sword.
机の上に手紙がたくさんあるぞ。
Our nose. It was like switching shadow
どう
direction.
やらディルックの旦那は出かける前にこれら手紙を読んでたみたいだな。アデリンに手紙の整理を頼まれたけど肝心の順番がわからないな。
Oh, Paimon.
手紙を読んで届いた日を推測するしかなさそうだ。
We really shouldn't be reading other people's mail. Wait, let me think.
確かにそうだな。だったら手紙をきれいに並べるだけでいっか。
来ていたのか。行動が早いな。
You too?
急に現れるなよ。
どうしてそんなに慌てているんだ。
Agonizing over. Okay, that's a
さっ
cool
きアデリン
sentence.
にこの手紙を置いてきてくれって頼まれたんだけど正しい順番が全然わからなくて。それにこれってディルックの旦那の私物だろ。勝手に読むのは気が引けたから。
そう萎縮する必要はない。それに君たちのその表情、かなり興味を持っているようだが、手紙に書いてあるのはどれも昔のことだ。情報を残すためにこれらは保管していたんだ。ここ最近はいささか特殊な状況にある。改めて詳細を確認するためこれら手紙を読み返していたんだ。この件には君たちも関わっている。もし情報が知りたいのなら読んでくれて構わない。好奇心を抱くのは何も悪いことじゃないからね。
Well, if you can keep your curiosity online, hold your curiosity online, then it's not. But if you're overly curious and you're putting your nose in everything, then that's not a good advice. And Genshin rarely puts bad advices. So, are you in a hurry? Do you still have other business to attend to? You seem to be in a huge rush. You don't look like you just got back from the city.
そういえばディルックの旦那から山の果物の香りがするぞ。あ、バルベリーがある山に行ってたんじゃないか。
なかなか鋭い。 確かに暴風山地に行っていた。詳しいことは後で話そう。
オイラたちまだ大事なことを言ってないぞ。それにディルックの旦那に聞きたいことがたくさんあるのに。
Yeah, Paimon, you need to calm down and shut up. It's been a long time since Deluxe presence last overawed you. Huh?
とりあえず手紙の整理を先にやっちゃおう。それと本人も手紙を読んでいいって言ってたし、少し読んでみようぜ。
Okay, that will be like a lot of read. Oh, title of written letter to the heir of the Ragndir clan. I apologize for sending this letter without notice. You may not remember me, but we met a few times. We've met near the square when I sat at the table adjacent to yours at the Good Hunter, and I've seen you in the tavern, in your tavern. You were always busy with a great many things, especially back when you were much chattier than you are now. You spoke cheerfully and often with your brother and friends then. It's probably no surprise that you did not notice me then, but I've always had my eye on you, child. I recall with crystal clarity how my little Clee oh, so it's from Alice. My little Clee once made a complete mess of your vineyard while she was trying to catch crystal flies there, but you didn't get angry. In fact, you personally escorted Clee back and even gave her a few bottles of fresh grape juice. Now I think that might jog your memory. Yes? Clee recently told me that she hasn't seen that strange man with red hair in ages, so I decided to look into it out of curiosity. My deepest condolences regarding your father. In many of the stories I've been told, you are the model knight, proud, driven, a knight of noble character and lineage. But I know that you're gentler than you appear. If you weren't, you wouldn't have treated Clee the way you did. And since you have my child out, I hope you won't mind if I treat you as if you were my own. That's a little bit forward. Therefore, I sincerely hope that you will leave the dark place that you are presently in, and that you will not wallow in grief and remorse. Partings are most painful things, but they also encourage us to grow. A bird that has lost the roof over its head will fly further than others of its kind. Go out and see the world. That's the best course of action I can envision. Only by feeling, observing, and listening can your heart be healed. Parents all wish that they can accompany their children forever, and the skies, seas, and stars bear witness to their oath. Everything that was your father now finds new life with you. That which you will experience in this world may have been things that your father experienced once upon a time. I hope that the wind will bring you all manner of wondrous things in your journeys to come. In any case, keep your chin up, young child.
何のことを指してるのかさっぱりわからないぞ。
Yep, it's probably all of them
他の手紙も
vague.
読んでみようぜ。
Yep. Okay, at least we cannot click on the same thing over and over again. Okay. Master Kaya took leave and stayed at Dawn Winery for a few days. In a rare turn of events, he decided to stay in his original bedroom. He would pace about the grounds when idle and even asked Adeline to make him his favorite dishes. It really does take me back. I shall be honest with you, but I was quite surprised to hear Master Kaya say that he wanted to stay for a few days. We did not refuse him, however, and we believe that even if you were here, you would not refuse him outright. Down Winery has always been a more quiet location, perhaps because all who stay here are rather peaceable people. Peaceable? The house is made by those who live in it, and Master Kaya's uncommon arrival did end up livening the place up significantly. I hope that you are doing well in your travels abroad. Everyone here at the winery misses you. May you remain safe and in good health.
まだ読むのか？もう整理できそうな気はするけど。
Let's read one more letter.
届いた日をしっかり見極めよう。
Okay. Neatly rough handwriting. So I can only read one more. I want to read all of them. Neatly written letter. Dear Mr. Duluc, it is my pleasure to investigate the ley lines alongside you. As you know, my focus is on alchemy, so my knowledge of the ley lines remains quite shallow, and I fear that I will only be able to share what little understanding I have. According to my pre-existing documents, the ley lines can be seen as a medium for storing information. Oh. Under certain circumstances, they can record activities that occur in the area around them. All this information goes through a recording and storage process. After a certain period of time, they may be released once again by the ley lines. If I may be so bold as to make a guess, there should be a mention to activate the ley lines. Those who grasp such methods can control the times at which ley line information is recorded and released. Judging from the runic symbols and some other clues, I surmise that there are particular members of the Abyss who may have a very small chance of being able to achieve this. If you believe that this request requires further investigation, these entities may serve as your point of entry. I wrote a paper a few years ago in which I covered my brief foray, what does that mean, into questions concerning the flow of ley lines and other such topics. You will find a copy of this paper enclosed. I hope that it can help to clear up some of your doubts. But I'm not all set.
それじゃあ手紙を順番通りに並べよ
I did not even read the last one.
う。なんだか少し分かった気がする。ディルックの旦那ってかなり苦労してきたみたいだな。かつての騎士団からは誤解されて、いろいろな制限まで受けて、正義の味方も大変なんだな。
Captain
いつ
Pyro.
も一人で戦って、周りの人たちは現実のいざこざのせいで助けられなかった。
But Diluc seems to have found some peace since then.
そうだな。それに今はオイラたちがいる。全力でディルックの旦那を助けてやろうぜ。そう、これは友情のためだ。決してブドウジュースが飲みたいからとかそういうんじゃないぞ。
Keep telling yourself that, Paimon.
で、
He's back.
あれ
Oh, the new suit, right?
どうしたんだ？
Huh. I have other clothes. If you don't mind, I had to put the other one in the wash machine. You know, I'm just wearing this. How should I put it? This old thing when the other one is not available.
ディ
You
ルッ
know,
クの旦
on
那
rare
そ
occasions.
の服に着替えたんだな。それに髪も
Old
高いと
outfits.
ころで結んでるしなんだか急にフォーマルな感じになったぞ。
その服？これを見たことがあるのか？
異常の起きた地脈で見たんだ。あれって過去の幻影なんだよな。
うん、そうだ。
なあ、聞いてもいいか？昔何があったんだ？ディルックの旦那はどうしてあそこで戦いを？
いつも通りよからぬことを企むアビス教団を片付けていただけだ。かつてアビス教団が多方面から攻勢を仕掛けてきたことがあった。あいにく奴らでは僕にかなわなかったが、当時僕たちは 高飛びの浜一帯で戦っていてね。その時の状況が異常に活発化した地脈に記録されたんだろう。
Recorded by the unusually active ley lines and scans.
ここ最近また地脈が乱れている。そのせいで当時の情景が映し出され、君たちはそれを見ることになったんだ。
How do you know that? Why didn't you stay there to keep
魔物た
guard?
ちを片付けさえすれば、自ら地脈の汚れに触れない限り再び活性化することはない。だが放っておけば必ず騎士団がこの件に介入してくる。彼らのやり方ではきっと地脈を見張るために人を手配するだろ
騎士団が担当
There
してく
were
れ
a few
るなら
people.
別に悪いことじゃないよな。
う。いや、騎士団のメンバーはそのほとんどが遠征に出ている。動かせる人員がもともと少ないんだ。現状この異変がアビス教団の仕業かどうかは断定できない。だがもし事をせいて人を動かせば、どこかの守りが手薄になり、その隙を撃たれるかもしれない。それに僕は騎士団の人間と交渉したくないんだ。そんなことに時間を費やすくらいなら自分で解決した方がいい。アビスの魔術師を数名捕らえて情報を聞き出し、教団の動向を確認する。そう難しいことじゃない。それから騎士団の方にはこちらに協力するよう人を介して伝えてある。
So this is a joint initiative between you and the knights. That's what I wanted to say, that it's not, but it actually is. It almost sounds like you're doing the Knights of Favonius a favor. Let's be more subtle. Let's put it in
トラ
harsh
ブ
way.
ルを片付けるのが騎士団の仕事だ。実際に問題が起きた時には彼ら、確かに僕と彼らとでは理念が異なる。騎士団の人間と行動するのは好きじゃないが、このくらいであれば互いに手を組むのもやぶさかではない。
なんだかディルクの旦那の影響力がいいぜ。
脅威を排除するにはあらゆる力を最大限まで生かす必要がある。とにかく君たちの協力に感謝する。アデリンから話は聞いた。今回の礼にこれを受け取ってくれ。
ブドウジュース
Hopefully, adventure rank
なん
experience.
だか見た目が豪華だぞ。これって結構高いんじゃないのか。
これは僕が一番気に入っているブドウジュースだ。果実の中でも最高ランクのものを使用している。ちょうど未開封のものがあったから君たちもぜひ飲んでみてほしい。しかし君たちがブドウジュースを好きだとは知らなかった。次からは特別価格の商品を待たずに直接倉庫に行って受け取るといい。支払いは僕につけておいてくれて構わない。
おお、これから人に会うたびにオイラたちは暁ワイナリーの大切なお客さんだぞって自慢できるな。だってこのブドウジュース少なくとも数万もらはするだろう。それをタダでもらえるなんて。
Yeah, we are so proud of
ディルクの
ourselves
旦
too.
那、ありがとな。
それから今夜時間があったら一緒にディナーでもどうだ。ただその前に片付けなければならないことが残っているが。
Things that involve fighting.
漠然とただ待つのは僕のやり方じゃない。それにさっきはアビス教団を疑っていると言ったが、調べた結果どうやらそうでもないようだ。これが自然現象ならその後始末をすべきだろう。
おいらたちも
Well, in for one more, in for the lot. We have to look out.
そうそう、何しろ ろこんなにいいブドウジュースをもらったし。いやいや、たとえ賞賛が9割あろうとも気を緩めてはいけないからな。
What do you mean?
いい心がけだ。ならば出発しよ
よし、今回は正義の味方も少しは楽できるはずだよな。そんじゃ出発しようぜ。最後の戦いを終わらせてトラブルを全部解決しよう。
Okay. So we're going there, but I'm gonna teleport here just because I met these guys and I hope that they are still there. Oh, it ran the other way. Because last time I was not exactly the last time, but previous time that was unrecorded. I was coming here and there were some Knights of Favonius patrolling here. Yep. There you go.
こんにちは。僕はセピロス騎士団のマイク。少しお待ちいただけますか？実は今、高飛びの浜の近くで騎士団の実践訓練が行われておりまして、一般市民は立ち入り禁止になっているんです。
But I don't see any knights on the beach. But there are monsters on the beach.
訓練に参加する騎士たちはこれから集まるところです。まもなく到着しますので、どうかモンド城にお戻りください。戦闘訓練は見ていても面白いものではありません。
Okay. The fuck cares? Alright. So... Wait, what?
渚のリン
風の行く先を
Oh, no, Diluc. Oh, 5. I forgot.
一体を証言せよ
Marriott. That was quick.
これで一段落だ。少しすればこの異常な地脈の汚れも消えるだろ
The battle went very smoothly. The battle was a lot of fun. Smooth.
みんなで頑張った結果だからな。やっぱり正義の味方にも仲間が必要なんだと思うぞ。ディルックの旦那ばっかり走り回らせてちゃダメだ。仲間は多ければ多いほどいいんだし。
う。仲間。他の人と共に行動するのは久しぶりだったが、機会があったらまた共同戦線を張ろ
Yeah, if that happens, but nowadays we are like in other nations. Okay, did we get any? We didn't get any XP for that. And that's what I have feared. Because without that I will not reach this. How will I get 700? There's no fucking way. And then that means that tomorrow, doing the dailies,
資格認定試験には決まっ
commissions. Yeah, the commissions give 250, so the dailies tomorrow will definitely be enough to reach it.
判定基準がある。だから真面目な姿勢で勉学に励み、修練さえ積めば合格できるんだ。そう難しい。
So I will be just jumping in tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean, streaming that very moment. Not that it's a... What the hell is happening? Level 60. Ah! It will not change anything. It's just... I just wanted to... Do we get anything here? Oh, I did 80. It did the floor 10 here. I should go for the rest as well. It's just that I care. What do I do? Okay, let's go to the archipelago. It's probably here where we should go. But we will not get anything here either, it seems. Maybe if we would find some chests. Okay, we're not here. Or here. This place sure looks pretty normal. Why is it not voice acted? Guess there won't be anything to eat here. Don't give yourself away too soon. Well, that's your enthusiasm explained. Well, you know, looking for secrets is hungry work. Everyone knows that. And anyway, we've recently been eating barbecue a lot to save time. Aren't you sick of that already? If we can find some shells or conches, we can stew them with some fruit. They'll be fresh and sweet and springy. Springy? That sounds pretty terrible. Not my cup of tea. Sounds like how you taste, Paimon. Hey, Paimon isn't some aquacultural product. Wait a moment. Look over there, Pithew. That's weird. That device just appeared all of a sudden. And there's some luggage nearby, too. Is that Pithew gear? Ha. Right on the Mora, Paimon. Good work. Right? Paimon was right on the Mora. Wait a moment. There's nothing good about this discovery. If this is Pithew business, then there's gotta be some scheme afoot. If we leave this thing be, things might eventually get out of control. Whatever the case, let's see what we can do about the device first. If you think we should, let's have a look through the Pithew gear. Let's do this like we always do, Pithew, and then we can kick back and start looking for something to eat instead. Reminiscent Regiment challenge has 3 themes: Descent, Raid, and Convoy. Complete these challenges and accumulate scores to obtain the corresponding rewards. You can matchmake single co-op. Other players in your team may be invited. Okay. So it's kind of something that I don't care. And this didn't even open yet. So this is... Okay, we get some primos, that's cool. But no adventure rank. And what are we doing? So blah blah. In the descent themed challenge, you will start from a platform high in the sky and begin a descending assault. Defeat all opponents on various floating platforms and reach the sea surface within the time limit. The opponents on the next group of floating platforms will only appear once you have defeated all the opponents on the current group of floating platforms. Okay. During the challenge you can pick up the Aegis of Descent. If it is used to change the unique traits of the platform below. One such change is Compulsion, which will cause opponents on the indicated floating platform below to be immediately defeated if hit by plunging attacks. Pick the Aegis of Descent up to complete the challenge faster. If you stray too far from the team, or if you are too far from the challenge objective, you can use the Return to Challenge Area option to teleport yourself closer and continue the challenge. Okay, X. Alright. Why the fuck do this need to be co-op? Why the fuck does this need to be co-op? Hey. So we just have to wait here uncomfortably.
こののどかな時間がもっと増えると嬉しいのですが私って欲張りですね。おさわり禁止。
Okay, I kinda don't know what this is about, but let's just do this. Hey, something hit me. Oh, that guy is done.
運動は必要です。雪を前へ。
Alright, do we have more? Woo! Fuck! That was... What the freaking fuck? Why? And now it was jumping upwards much higher, as it should. That was freaking obnoxious.
相関化粧。逃げ道はありません。
Okay. Okay, then everybody is going for those coins.
我の境地
I should have come here with Kazuha instead. But who the fuck knew that this is
裁きの
gonna
雷
be like this? Where are we going? So that was challenge complete. Hey, I was the first. No, what? What? The fuck was? Why was the Zhongli my picture? Why was the? That's. I can't even. This is stupid. So fucking stupid. I'm not gonna go with the. No way. Okay. We will not get anything from there, that I guess. Okay, let's see if we can. So we need to find the other places. Really? Oh, fuck that.
風の赴くままにやそれ
部外者キープ
風の行く先を
That fucking shit.
いざ
Really? And there's another one. From like a fucking mile away. Okay, we've been here doing this one. The stage seems so very lively. I wish I could go there too. Oh, that's ask me directions, Arnold. Yeah, we've done this. Okay. So I know another one there.
次の仕事はついていきます。相関化粧次の仕事は
Okay, we need to do this by boat, but we have a challenge here. There's another. Okay, so there are all three of them. Is this the... Then is this the one that we already done? This is the one that we already done. Not that one. They just look so similar, so I thought that it's that one. Okay, then I have to do that first, now that I'm close, and then return there. A big guy.
次の仕事はえいよっ役払い
風の赴くままに
やったとせいせいおさわり禁止
風の行く先を
Okay. That was kinda cool, but we didn't get anything from that. Nah, wasted healing.
しっかり立ってなや
Okay, be aboard.
姫様一行は悪竜の追悼を誓い郊外にやってきた。忠実な侍従が先頭で文句も言わず総称の荷物を運ぶ。自称百戦錬磨の竜殺しの総称は彼を見下すが、侍従はそれを受け流す。
無数の竜を殺めてきた彼に対し、私は無名の侍従2運びくらいしかできません。石の中のこの剣は秘宝中の秘宝。選ばれし英雄にしか操れません。百戦錬磨の竜殺しの総称が剣で悪竜をどう裁くのか、実に見ものです。
その時、村で一休みしようと悪竜が舞い降りてきた。
Okay, the dragon.
悪竜を王国から追い出すのは私の役目。
どれどれ、黄金の夢はどこじゃろうな。
It's just two? There's no third?
よくも俺の名声を怪我してくれた。熟練者に恐れるものなし。
This one. Go there.
どれどれ、黄金の夢はどこじゃろうな。
悪竜よ、俺の肩書きを知るならばさっさと去るがいい。
使い古された決まり文句じゃの。笑ってしまうわ。
Okay.
俺は見識があるから多めに見てやる。だが気をつけろ。俺が真の力を見せた時、後悔しても遅いからな。
Okay.
実力もないくせに大口を叩きおる。真の実力があるならば、全流たるわしに見せてみよ。
Who's gonna kill it?
そこへ尊いお方も足跡をたどってやってきた。
Yep. This was the princess, right?
悪竜を王国から追い出すのは私の役目。
よくも俺の名声を怪我してくれた。熟練者に恐れるものなし。
Interesting, because what the princess said does not match.
悪竜を王国から追い出すのは私の役目。
Fighter
尊い
princess?
姫様よ、悪竜に挑む許可をくれ。幾度も戦い宝を手にしてきた俺にとっちゃお安い御用だ。
許します。凶暴ですからどうか気をつけて。
谷に潜む毒竜を倒した時の財宝から一番貴重なのを選んできた。このマントがあれば誰にも俺が見えまい。人混みの中から奇襲されようとしてるとは思わねえだろ。
強いのかと思いきや、 無意味な潜伏とは。もしやこれは茶番か。臆病者が逃げようとしておるだけやもしれん。
透明マントで隠れた彼を誰が軽眼で見つけられるのか。
Okay, so this will be. So that's why he's not visible.
よくも俺の名声を怪我してくれた。熟練者に恐れるものなし。立ち去るよう促したのに行為を無にするとは、さすが悪竜だ。奥の手を使わせて後悔しても遅いぞ。
無駄に頭を絞らずとも見せるものがあるならばさっさと見せろ。
So he's still gonna bite at
こ
us.
こじゃ不便だ。向こうでな。
悪竜は何も言わず笑ったのか笑わないのか、ともかく彼に同意した。
Alright.
あんたにやるよ。
So some primos, but we did not. Yeah, that just did not give us anything. Fuck, then I will not be able to reach. It's such a shame. Should have waited for tomorrow. Play this before work. 'Cause right now it's just a waste. I mean, not really. It's just compared to what I was expecting. Because then I will not waste my primo gems. Primo gems? Not primo gems. The fragile resin that I have. For that, if I will get
飛び
that
去っ
much
た
anyway.
悪竜は縄文近くで休むことにした。
昼間なのに守衛がおらん。死を恐れたんじゃろうか。
悪竜が堂々とここで休んでいると、すぐに姫様一行が追いついてきた。最初に悪竜を見つけたのは最前列で道を切り開く忠実な騎士だ。
Oh, that's actually 2 parts at every place. So which one is the princess?
作詞の弦はもっともね。無謀な戦いをしてはいけない。作詞の弦はもっともね。無謀な戦いをしてはいけない。
なんて傲慢な悪竜だ。姫様に近づけないと私は陛下に約束した。
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, so the fuck, why? It's the princess. And this guy doesn't say anything.
なんて傲慢な悪竜だ。姫様に近づけないと私は陛下に約束した。
What the? It said that we need to put the princess there.
なんて傲慢な悪竜だ。姫様に近づけないと私は陛下に約束した。旅立ちの時自信満々だった策士ならいい手があるかもしれない。何せどんな困難や危機も無事に乗り越えてきたらしい。無謀な者は無謀ゆえに損失を受けた。お考えの深い策士こそ知恵を持つはずだ。万全な策がないまま悪竜に挑むべきじゃない。
Okay.
忠実な侍従は気を抜かず、見た情報を他の者にささやいた。悪竜が休んでいるうちにじっくり策を練りましょう。すると姫は悪竜を起こさないようそっと近づいた。
So now it's a she, so maybe it's not the princess.
作詞の件はもっともね。無謀な戦いをしてはいけない。あなたが悪竜に気づいたおかげで主導権を握れるわ。
もったいないお言葉です。責務を全うしただけですから。
So it was the princess.
いいえ、
It was,
懲罰を公平に与えるのは
she's
当
just
然
more
の
like
こ
a
と。
whisper.
名誉を謙遜する必要はないわ。作詞がついてきませんね。よろよろと歩いて何か困りごとかしら。
悪竜の災いを鎮めるいい案があるそうです。良作が多すぎて迷っているのやも。
しかし何を言っても慎重な作詞は無言のままで冴えない表情をしていた。
Okay. We go there.
勇者様、悪竜はすぐそこ。どうか妙策をご教示ください。
妙策？予想した状況とかけ離れていて、策の修正に時間がかかりそうだ。
構やせん。夕方まで策を練るには十分な時間じゃろ
う。悪竜が喋った？たぬき寝入りで私たちが引っかかるのを待っていたのね。
勇者オツはすっかり怯えて慈悲を乞うように地面に突っ伏した。そして「ごめんなさい」とつぶやくと躊躇なく城門へと逃げていった。
あんたにやるよ。
So I need to watch the second half. Too. And at the other place as well.
姫と忠実な侍従は慌てて後を追い、残された悪竜は失笑してしまった。
国王と来たら散々抵抗しよると思ったが、なんとも愉快で腹いっぱいじゃ。
忠実な侍従に逃げた策士を探させ、姫は悪竜の監視に戻った。
周知肉林に女、平和な時代は実に良かった。
姫様のためにあの悪竜を許さない。
まさか作詞は口だけで役立つ策なんて出せないの？
策士が見つからず、血気盛んな若者が不覚を取っていませんように。
まさか作詞は口だけで役立つ策なんて出せないの？ならどうやって国の平和を守れば。奇襲で討伐できたはずが、今はあちらが英気を養って待ち伏せている。作詞が逃げたせいで私の侍従も後を追っているわ。守衛のいない城の門は開け放たれて無防備な姿を晒している。
遅れてきた老練な守衛は酔っていたが、足取りはしっかりしていた。
Come on, that's you.
周知肉林に女、平和な時代は実に良かった。
Oh, drunkard.
周知肉林に女、平和な時代は実に良かった。
That's gonna be a young god.
偉い奴らは 俺たち小物の苦労なんて知る由もない。何が悪霊で作詞だ。でたらめにすぎんさ。目も耳も衰えて手は震えるし腰も痛い。絶対に俺の出る幕じゃないよな。
Okay.
若い守衛が小さな教えを受けたが、王国を守りたい気持ちは変わらなかった。
姫様のためにあの悪霊を許さない。
策士が見つからず、血気盛んな若者が不覚を取っていませんように。
I think it's this one.
姫様のためにあの悪霊を許さない。策士は尻尾を巻いて逃げ出すし、酔っ払いの先輩も信用できない。僕しかいない。前線に立って危機に瀕した王国を救い腹がまさかダメだ、我慢できない。
あ、逃げた。変なものを食うなと散々言ったのに、やっぱりお腹を壊して。
Yeah, it
敵
sounded
は
like
まだ
the
終わって
food.
いないのに、
Not
誰か代
cavernous.
役を探さないと。
Come on.
守衛が逃げたぞ。劇がまだ終わってないけど。
This
大
guy.
役を探すなんて。おいらたちも探してみようぜ。
Oh, not there.
Yeah.
But wait, there's no other choice. Then who the fuck else? What? Oh,
あそこに守衛がいるぞ。彼に聞いてみようぜ。逃げ出した劇団の役者を見てないか？
ああ、見たよ。あのバカ、こんなに素晴らしい舞台への出演を不意にするなんて。僕はな、僕だって出演したかったのに。だけどチャンスがなくて。
なら今がチャンスじゃないか。
they need to find someone to replace the guard who ran away.
劇団の稽古は見たことあるけど、やっぱり本物の役者じゃないし。
けどお前は本物の守衛だぞ。逃げたやつは前線に立ってまで言ったのに急にいなくなっちゃったんだ。
And now no one is going to save the kingdom.
舞台劇を鑑賞する観客の願いを守るのも守衛の役目だろう。
でも
これはお前の念願の出演チャンスだろ。みんなが待ってるんだ。迷ってる暇はないぞ。早くこいつを連れて行こうぜ。
Okay. So there you go.
この流れならこうかな。悪霊よ、僕の挑戦を受け入れろ。
良いぞ、その腕。全流たるわしに見せてみよう。
激戦の幕が切られたところに、忠実な侍従がやっと戻ってきた。
Now we need this guy. Oh. Sorry, I did hit the microphone. Because it was nasty.
策士が見つからず、血気盛んな若者が不覚を取っていませんように。あ、一歩遅かった。私は姫様を守らねばならないのに。
嘆いても遅い。すでに悪霊は彼に興味を持ってしまっていた。無謀な行動に出た守衛の夢を 悪竜はいとも簡単に飲み込んだ。
Okay.
普段から自分の力を見極めていればこんな結果には。
What?
腹を満たすほどではないが
It almost fell.
満足できる前菜じゃ。
Oh,
は寂し
he
い
ate
が
it.
味は称賛に値する。食前の楽しみがこれほどあれば晩餐はさらに美味になるじゃろう。
He eaten a lot.
悪竜は皆の叫びに耳も貸さず、舌鼓を打って城門から飛び去っていく。
Is it going to be the end?
塵も積もれば山となる。
Arnold is nowhere to be seen. Okay, do I have... So then I can find the boat. Now, how far is that? Yeah. There I can see it. Let's see if there's anything in here.
次の仕事は、はい、部外者禁止。
Whoa. I was too close. Shut up.
いざ。
So is there going to be anything here? Wait. Wait, I can see that. I can see inside. Okay, so that's not exactly hollow. It's just that we can see inside, but there's nothing in there. Really? There you go. Yeah, the same like this. Hehe. I'm even better than Spider-Man because I can climb the air. Fuck this. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything there. We should check. But we're going that way. We take the boat. Away, rider. To be exact. Huh. We have one of these jelly thingies. But have I done this one? seems that I did. Alright, let's go for the challenge first. Which direction? Is it that way? That way, yeah. Okay, let's get the stamina back first. And yay! Yay! Woo! Yay! Whoop. Okay. I missed one. No, why? Why was that happening? Just because I was looking out the window? Not that it matters a lot, because there's way more time here than is required. Okay. Yay. All right. Oh, this is going to be the end, right? Oh no, we have to get back. And this is the end. Alrighty. Will this give us... Yeah, those don't give us adventure rank. So it's not even if I do challenges or find chests, solve puzzles, nothing like that helps. And I can see that the moth just found a way into my room. It's going for the softbox. I already forgot what they are called. Okay, so where's the theater there that we were at just before, a few seconds ago. Hey, there's one more here. Let's see what you guys are acting. Who can I talk to? This guy.
仕事においては休息も大事だが、怠けてばかりはいられない。解明者よ、教えたまえ。武将で怠惰なものを。
この中にサボり続けた者がいる。確か
Not
に
him?
仕事がなかなか進まない。海辺へ行った人はいる。
Oh, maybe.
そういえば赤いマフラーのカラスが海辺の方へ行くのを見た。
そんな姿なのは俺たち二人だけだ。俺がサボったとでも言うのか。
そうは言ってない。
まあまあ、それを話し合おう。ちなみに姫様に誓うが私じゃないぞ。だったら一体誰が。
こいつは誰も見ていないのに、俺を陥れようとしてるんだ。
ふん、俺は嘘をつかない。
解明者よ、見つけたか。怠惰な武将者を。
Well, any of them can be. Let's go for this guy. No?
仕事においては休息も大事だが、怠けてばかりはいられない。解明者よ、教えたまえ。武将で怠惰なものを。
Considering if it wasn't him and he's telling the right, then this guy was it.
仕事がなかなか進まない。海辺へ行った人はいる。
そういえば赤いマフラーのカラスが海辺の方へ行くのを見た。
そんな姿なのは俺たち二人だけだ。俺がサボったとでも言うのか。
そうは言ってない。
まあまあ、それを話し合おう。ちなみに姫様に誓うが私じゃないぞ。
This guy is suspicious as well.
だったら一体誰が。
こいつは誰も見ていないのに俺を陥れようとしてるんだ。
ふん、俺は嘘をつかない。
解明者よ、見つけたか。怠惰な武将者を。
Because the lazy one would accuse someone else.
仕事においては休息も大事だが、怠けてばかりはいられない。
That's why I wasn't thinking that this is the guy. Someone who says that he's not lying is also suspicious. This guy is coming in first, making the whole conflict, so that's why I'm not thinking that this is the guy. But this is barely putting in any words, but accusing that someone else is invading out who it might be. So that's why I would go for this guy next, and then this guy at last. But I don't know. There's nothing telling us who it actually is. It's a guessing game.
こいつは誰も見ていないのに俺を陥れようとしてるんだ。
ふん、俺は嘘をつかない。
解明者よ、見つけたか。怠惰な武将者を。
Yep, so that was it.
今回もうまくいきそうだな。
But I don't see why. Okay, so where am I Actually, I need to get here. Okay, second half. This is what I forgot to watch.
悪竜はすぐに総称が指定した場所へ降り立つ。姫様とその忠実な侍従も小走りで後をかけてきた。総称は逡巡する。何か策を練っているらしい。
Do we have a sword similar to that one?
おい、飽きてきたぞ。早く戦えよ。
歌の中の悪竜だ。思ったより大きい。
体力と気力なら王宮のやつらに必ずしも劣らない。
悪竜よ、見せてやろう。竜殺しのやり方を。
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure about this thing.
悪竜よ、
Yeah.
見せてやろう。竜殺しのやり方を。表現を超え、山を登り、秘境に潜り、強欲な竜を撃ち。俺は真の英雄にしか握れない唯一の宝剣を手に入れた。察するならばこの場を去れ。さもないと鋭利な宝剣は竜の鱗をも貫くぞ。
小賢しい真似を。小人よ、無駄な努力はやめい。わしはかわさんし叫んぞ。剣を抜いて思う存分切ればよい。
野じ馬の村人たちは珍しがった。腕が鳴り、正体を確かめんとする者もいた。立ち向かう農民、農具に慣れた手は果たして剣の塚を握れるだろうか。
It wasn't this, right?
体力と気力なら
Maybe.
王宮のやつらに必ずしも劣らない。
Let's go for this guy.
体力と気力なら王宮のやつらに必ずしも劣らない。あ、ダメだ。力には自信があったがこいつは無理だ。
渾身の力を込めても石の中の剣は微動だにしなかった。姫様と忠実な侍従はそれぞれの理由で挑戦を見送った。黙って見てきた悪竜もついに我慢の限界に達す。
Auto can know. So this is.
口争いにはもう飽いた。
Oh.
いつになれば真の腕を見せてくれるんじゃ。先延ばしせずに今すぐ剣を抜くがよい。
竜殺しの総称は言いなりになどならない。
熟練の竜殺しなんぞどこによる。口だけは確かに他より回るがの。総称などと笑わせおってそこな子供に聞けばよい。汝のことを見抜いておる
わ。悪竜の言う通り、小人の小人も鎧の下の本心を見抜くのだろうか。
歌の中の悪竜だ。思ったより大きい。でも怖くないよ。
Let's see. Let's see you.
なぜ私が舞台に。みんなどうして私を見てる。
歌の中の悪竜だ。思ったより大きい。でも怖くないよ。歌の中の悪竜だ。 思ったより大きい。でも怖くないよ。ピカピカの鎧、なんで震えてるの？そんなに口を開けてるのに何も話さないの？
感触は本意ではないが、せっかく届いた歌詞に手をつけん道理はないの。
悪竜は大口を
That's a
開
good
けて
sentence.
竜殺しの総称の夢を飲み込んだ。
What?
思った通り、腐り果てた夢は理想的な食べ物とは言えぬ。こやつの夢は腐ったリンゴ、食うても歯が浮くだけじゃ。
ああ、総称が負けてしまいました。
戦いの話はただの自慢だったのね。饒舌は彼を救わなかった。
夢を失った無力な竜殺しの総称だけを残して悪竜は飛び去った。
うん、塵も積もれば山となる。
賓客よ、お待ちよ。これまで4幕をご覧になったでしょう。楽しんでもらえたかな。終幕の舞台がついに幕を開ける。ああ、ドキドキワクワクが止まらないな。舞台裏でまだ仕事があるので同行できないことを許してくれたまえ。それじゃまた終幕の舞台で会おう。
Okay, so we need to go to the final stage, which is... Oh, I guess it's here. Let's see... Is this on the ground? Is the final stage? Yeah, it's down here. Yay, yay, and yay.
西に太陽が沈み、東に玄月が昇ろうとしている。期限が迫る中、私はまだ旅の目的を成し終えていない。名高き勇者たちはついに現状を変えることはできなかった。出発前、私は自ら悪竜を討伐すると誓った。なのに今になってこの誓いが人に笑われないか心配している。
姫様が役目に悩んでおられる。忠実な侍従として悩みを分かち合わねば。私は肩書きすらありません。王宮にいられたのは姫様の重用のおかげです。勇者についてはともかく、姫様のお人柄や勤勉さはよく存じ上げています。姫様、どうかご自分を軽蔑しないでください。これを機に勇者たちの過ちを考えましょう。
その言葉、一理あるわ。彼らの言動を思い出してみましょう。
中身のない身の程知らず、口ばかりで結果も出せなかったもの、姫は思い出した。
What did she remember? I just didn't catch the last one.
俺は英傑を実証していたが、実はただの身の程知らずで。
歴戦の収穫は俺が本物だと証明してくれる。実力差の大きいやつと戦いたくなかっただけだ。
保身のために役目を他人に投げ、逃げることしか考えてなかった。
I don't know, maybe you.
次の仕事は？
俺は英傑を実証していたが、実はただの身の程知らずで、それを見抜かれた。強敵に対峙できる実力などない。だが脆い古剣も捨てがたかった。口が悪い。 ただ他人に舐められるのを怖がっていただけだ。
悪竜の言う通り、英傑の夢は見かけ倒しだったわ。度胸はあったけれど、見合う実力を持たなかった。
万全の策があると誓っておきながら戦いで逃げ出したのは誰か。姫は思い出した。
She remembered the game. Well, I'm not sure. No, that wasn't it. But there are not too many choices, so.
保身のために役目を他人に投げ、逃げることしか考えてなかった。妙策が思いつくと思ったが、どうやったら逃げられるかしか考えられなかった。危機を乗り越えてきた。
Hey, Rudy boy.
毎回恥知らずにも仲間を見捨ててきたことを皆知らなかっただけだ。
策士の彼に策は一つもなかったわ。危機を前に責任を全うできなかった。慎重さは大切だけど、責務を放棄し危ない橋は他人に渡らせるなんて言葉にできないわ。
大口は叩くが現実を恐れ、過去の栄光を披露するばかりであったのは誰か。姫は思い出した。
Well, my first advice is that get to AR55, 45 first, then go and farm artifacts for Bennett. Because until then, you're not guaranteed to get a 5-star artifact, and that's a waste. A lot of waste.
実力差の大きいやつと戦いたくなかっただけだ。リスクを避けて利を取るのは本能だろう。もう功績を上げたし、国に命を捧げる理由なんかない。
彼の経歴が本物かどうかはさておき、過去の栄光にすがるのは褒められないわ。
No
彼の
problem.
精神はとうに腐り、気高さと夢を忘れてしまった。さらに彼はその防湿さえも誇った。ああ、彼らは使命を果たせなかったかもしれないけど、私こそ決心とこの再建のみでどうやって悪竜に立ち向かうというのでしょう。
So
私は
after that,
姫様のおそばにいた傍観者に
they're
過ぎま
still
せんが
talking.
高みの見物を決め込む志だけのお方ではない。仲間を危機にさらす薄情者でもありません。姫様の前向きさと勤勉さ、そして黄金の夢は私にもはっきり見えます。私の尊い姫をどうかご自分を軽蔑なさらないで、自分の夢を信じましょう。あなたならきっと悪竜を打ち倒せます。
Okay. So
収穫があるのはとてもいい。
Bennett, where are you, my Bennett? So the thing is that, for example, I use Noblesse Oblige because it has an elemental burst damage plus 20%, but it's not really that what you are benefiting the most. Using the elemental burst increases all party members' attack by 20% for 12 seconds. So that's a good thing, because with Bennett in the party you are going to use his burst. Basically only that. Sometimes they eat just to get some particles to get the burst up quicker. You you want a sword that has a high base attack. The higher the base attack, the best, because the attack percentage doesn't do that much with him. The base attack does, because his talent goes this way. That the amount of HP restores scales of Bennett's max HP. That's HP for that. If the health of a character within the AoE is higher than 70%, they gain an attack bonus that is based on Bennett's base attack. However, after Okay, so that's a constellation then. I think. Yeah, when Bennett's HP falls below 70%, his energy charge is restored. No, that's not it. Okay, so something gives us that we don't need to be 70%. You should go for base attack, but and with artifacts that means let's go for. I don't even know if he has any on me, because that's not that important. But if you would want, if you can get flat attack, but there are much better stuff that you can get. You know, the thing is that with the cup can be HP. Like as you can see, with artifacts I am going for HP percentage, and for the circuit you should go for healing bonus. And other than that, these are crit damage, so these are not going to stay. For example, for me, these are not going to stay on Bennett. For me, it's just I was using them on another character, and because these are good artifacts, I was just putting them on Bennett, because I'm not using Bennett that much. However, the thing is that you shouldn't go for Bennett with Crimson Witch of Flames. That's even though that's a pyro thingy, that's not for him. You could go though with a goblet to have a pyro damage bonus, percentage bonus. That's a good thing on him, because that gives better abilities with his burst. But you only go for his burst. That's why Noblesse Oblige is a good one. But what else was a good one? I think because you're going for his healing. You're not going for charge attack. I don't remember what was the other one that was advised to use on him. So you're not going for this one. It doesn't do anything. This is attack percentage, so it's not your best choice. So you can go for stuff that gives you HP percentage, which is I think tenacity of the Millilith. Don't I have anything like that? Oh yeah, it's this one. It's easy to confuse with the Heart of Death. Maybe here. Yeah. These ones. I think I used it. So, for example, this one is not bad on him. It's just the crit rate is not that important on him. You know, because you are putting down... let's just show you. For example, let's put Bennett here. Where you at? Okay, and we're almost there. So let's hit some enemies. Oh, I should finish this one soon. Where are enemies? We don't have any on this island. Oh, there they are. So here. There. So you're going to put this down and switch away right away. And this just gives attack bonus to everybody else, which makes them hit way harder, like 17,000 right there, without any problem. Let's just see. Now that I don't have that bonus, how much do I do hit like this? 14,000. So that was 3,000, more than 3,000 difference. And it's not even optimized. So it's just some damage there. And if you can put some other stuff there, like using with Xingqiu together with Xingqiu, if you want, you know, doing like elemental reactions. That is why elemental mastery. For example, my Kazuha is not good that way. He should have like elemental mastery up above the 700s. It's just not what I'm going for. Well, Kazuha is very good. Kazuha is very good. I think he's the best character. I mean, the strongest and easily used with everybody else. I think because he is doing elemental reactions with everyone, so that's why any animal characters basically who are like that, they are very good with the swirl. If you are using characters that that can make elemental reactions happen, so that's why, for example, people don't like Electro. I'm more like using, for example, Kuki Shinobu, because this applies Electro like all the time. And then when that happens, I'm just putting out this thing. It applies Cryo. I switch to Kazuha, do the damage, and then that's an elemental master, an elemental reaction swirl happening right away. And with Heizo I can also hit, and everything gets that elemental reaction around them, and they are like obliterating everything. And this is not an optimal party. It's just something that I'm leveling up 3 characters here with the friendship levels. As you can see, she's at 9, he's at 7 and 5. I'm just leveling them up, and still they are working together pretty fine because of that. Now, if I would use Bennett much rather than Kuki Shinobu in a more optimal scenario. Now, Bennett would give a much better, because it would cause melt together with Ganyu. And melt reactions give more damage. Actually, you can see these damage percentages here. It tells you that Vaporize and Melt uses 48.7% damage bonus. Swirl 207. So that's why, while I get this 48% extra, with the swirl I can put another 200 on it, and it's like obliterating everything. Now let's see with Kazuha. It's this much lower, but let's see with Kuki. As you can see, this is also a high one. So high elemental mastery, and I get these because I have higher elemental mastery on her. But together with someone who can make a swirl, then it gets better. It's just for example, people don't like Electro. Because with Electro we get, I don't know, but the overloaded and superconduct electro charge, they don't like those. I don't know why, but it's inconsistent. So Vaporize, Melt, and what's the third one? There's another one that is quite high. Freeze, I think. Freeze is the last one. But so those are getting, basically this is the extra that we get, other than just the overloaded superconduct and whatnot. But as you can see here on Ganyu, I have barely any extra percentages, but using her freeze abilities, then using the swirl, which is not here, but then on Kazuha's 200%, then it gives a much higher damage output. And because that with Kazuha is an AoE effect, and that's why it works well with Bennett, because there's another AoE effect, so that altogether puts like everything and everybody that are in that area get damaged. And with Ganyu also, that if I want, you know, a charge attack, I'm just avoiding getting hit, and that's also an AoE damage that hits everything. And that's why Cookie is a good character that way. You're not going for the healing, you're going for applying the electro. And as you can see, that's everybody around gets the electro. And over again. So while you are not with that character, this is happening still. You're still applying that electro thingy. So I can go around with Hazel and hit everything, and they get elemental reactions all the time. So if there's a Bennett's burst ability around, put down, and Cookie Shinobu's electro, then if you're going around with someone, with Kazuha for example, doing this, then that's elemental reaction with Swirl. It just deals a lot of damage to everything. And that's why people are using these kind of supports for that one character that puts out the most damage. If you are using like three of those characters that put out the most things, for example Mona's, Mona also increases the damage bonus for other characters, together with Bennett, who increases that, and I don't know who would be like the third, like Shincho, increasing that, or also Diona's signature, that's also like continuously regenerates. No, that's not. She gives some kind of extra damage in some way. Maybe, I don't know about it. Okay, maybe not Diona, but she gives movement speed increase there. Yeah, so that because of this, opponents who enter the AoE of signature mix have 10% decreased attack for 15 seconds. Oh, so that debuffs the enemy. Okay, so that's why. The thing is that using free supports who are boosting the damage, then your main character or main damage dealer will be able to put out some ridiculously high damage. But those are like for one instance, when all three bursts are out. But you're not going for that, because then that's an inconsistent damage. But you can make those type of damage for like a screenshot, like content creators on YouTube do that they are showing off that, oh, this character can do this much damage. But that's not something that you should consider, because when you are like doing the spiral abyss or just going around dealing with other enemies, then you want consistent damage for that. And for that, for example, Yanfei is a pretty good character, because she is dealing consistently high damage that can be used, like applying pyro all the time, and can be used to make elemental reactions with other characters easily. So for example, with Shincho and Yanfei, it's very good because it's vaporizing all the time. You know, you put out his burst, and for her it's just the base attack and then the skill. And sometimes you are just putting out the burst, but that's like a constant thing with her, that increases the damage dealt by her charge attacks, only for her, because she is the DPS. So she is not increasing the damage to other characters. Shincho increases her damage, and if you put then out like another Bennett or something, then you increase that as well. That's just simple as that. And if you have these characters out, you want to change, and you have for example a Kazuha or a Heizo in the party, then you just change, and suddenly with their normal attack, when this is applying like swirl on over the top of those, then you are just hitting very fucking hard. Now that's cool as well, because Fishers, like you put out Oz, then that's constant electro apply over Bennett's alt, over Mona's, like Mona and Bennett, you know, they are vaporizing all the time, and Kazuha can swirl it all together, so that's a cool comp, I think. And also, you can use whatever you want in that way, because however you have fun. It's just, what I think is you should, it's the best thing. First I was thinking that, okay, one of everything. So one of so in the party, every character should be different, from a different element. That's what I was thinking, but that's not the best thing. I think it's the best if there is 2 of the same element. So three element all together, but 2 of the same element, something that you prefer, or some 2 characters that you prefer and you can use very good. Damage wise, the best there is the Pyro, because there the elemental reaction is 25 attack percentage bonus. Here, you know, here it is, I think, attack speed, maybe movement speed as well, but speed related thing is what I know that there is. I don't think that the 2 Geo character is the best, except if you are using Goro as a third one. But so 2 of the same is better than all different one, because the all different one gives you damage resistance, like elemental resistance, and after you get good, or if you use shield, or you can dodge very well, then you don't need resistance, you know. So that's like a waste. You should go for some kind of damage instead. You always go for damage. That's amazing. Oh. Oh, those are the main characters, okay. Then you're the first one.
昼間に間食をたくさんしたが生産の代わりにはならぬ。おやつはあくまでもおやつ。味が違おうとも腹をひととき満たせるに過ぎん。それにうまいとも言えんかった。むしろ吐くくらいのもんじゃ。もう黄金の夢しかわしを満たすことはできんじゃろう。
You're welcome. Have a good night. Thanks for jumping in.
侍従は悪竜を観察するためそっと近づいた。敬愛するお方のためなら恐れることなどない。
Then let's go for the princess. And also, I did not get to AR60 today. Is there still 2000 for it? So, tomorrow. Oh, we're not getting the princess in. Why not? I thought that was her cue.
これは王様との約束のためだけじゃない。ただ彼女の夢が叶うことを祈っているから。今の状況では難しいかもしれないが。あれ、悪竜の様子がおかしい。胸を塞いで何かつぶやいている。 どれどれ。
食欲に抗うべきじゃった。それに小人を侮りすぎた。胃の中が狂ったようにもたれて、小人に構う余裕などありません。
That's some Deus Ex Machina Rider.
忠実な侍従は大喜びでその情報を姫に伝えた。
今心は勇気に満ち溢れ、
Oh, but
誇りを持って
no.
再建を振り上げられる
Don't
わ。
care about her lines. Oh.
今心は勇気に満ち溢れ、誇りを持って再建を振り上げられるわ。
胸元です。硬い皮のない唯一の弱点があります。この機を逃さず、弱った今こそ撃つべきです。
悪竜よ、王国の平和のためあなたに挑戦を挑む。はっ
卑怯な小人め。
こうして姫様の渾身の一撃は悪竜を撃った。
気高さと
So it
夢
was
を
the
諦めない
princess
限
after all.
り、世界の扉は開いてくれる。忠実な侍従よ、今までついてきてくれてありがとう。あなたは決して無名の人ではないわ。
For
最
him?
近の流行に合わせ、このような称号がふさわしいでしょう。
Mew?
絶望も砕け散る漆黒の翼。聖なる裁きを下す侍従。無名の者はついに名を手に入れた。このように姫は自らの手で悪竜を退治し、王国の平和を守りきったのであった。めでたしめでたし。
Hey? Okay.
劇が無事に終わった。
So it was about Fishu?
劇を作り上げた役者たち、そして見てくれた観客の皆さん、ありがとう。もちろん旅人閣下とパイモン閣下にも感謝する。君たちの情熱に満ちた視線、まるで悪友
Undivided?
の
I
灼熱
wouldn't
の
say.
吐息だった。
About the title though.
ああ、剣を持つ王女だ。
But she only wielded the sword for a brief moment towards the end.
まあ、それは三勇者だって実は4人いるみたいな感じさ。
Like how we also call the best travel buddy emergency food, and like how we have a cavalry captain without a single horse.
とにかく重要なのは手に握る剣じゃない、心に握る勇気の剣だ。
I can agree with that.
本題に戻るが、劇も無事終わったことだし、せっかくだから旅人とパイモン閣下に劇団のみんなと一緒に記念写真を撮ってもらいたいんだ。
Now that I would like.
さあ、断らないでくれよ。
美しい宝、嬉しいですね。
Okay. That's definitely a traveler moment there. It should be in the Electro Traveler, but
みんな準備できたか？ 3、2、
Paimon, why are you not here?
1、よっしゃー！
うわあ、お前テンションが高すぎるぞ。
Oh, they disappeared. I wanted to make my own picture.
こんな写真になっちゃったけど、大丈夫？
大丈夫さ。記念用なんだから特別な方がいい。
That I can agree
旅人
with.
閣下にパイモン閣下、改めて感謝するよ。ああ、夏、素晴らしき夏。楽しい時間はいつもあっという間だ。お
Okay, so that was the 300. Okay, we got the notes as well. Before they disappear forever. What is this? Wow, acting is pretty harsh on the throat. I barely speak this loudly ever as it is. Alright. So now that means no active quests. There's nothing to do. So I can only do the 1200 if I really want to. That would give me 8500-ish, and so I still would be like 6500 away from my goal. So there's like no reason to waste my fragile resin, which is a shame. Which is a shame. Let's go, and I'm just curious. Let's just see, because we probably don't get anything from doing the weekly. Hey, we have a quest down there. Yeah, this is not giving me that. We're not teleporting right away. Let's go and check this thing.
Yeah.
Furuta. Oh, hello. It's been a while since I saw you last. I came here often, actually. It's true I haven't been back for a while now. Is that so? I must be getting on in years. My memory just isn't what it used to be. Aw, me. Not only is my memory like a sieve, a lot of words that I don't know about today, but I'm finding myself more and more puzzled by what the younger folk are interested in. Before, a young one from Fontaine came here saying that he was making a film and chatted on and on with the master of the house. Goodness, and he kept saying, dear, showing around the world like that all willy-nilly. Does he have no shame? I think I know this person. Was his name Xavier? Yes, that's him. He mentioned you as well. It sounded like he had received funds from the Tenryu Commission and finally managed to make a film, but the Commission wasn't satisfied with the result. But he wanted to stick with it, so he came to us, the Commission in charge of the humanities and arts, for help. I didn't expect the master to agree to this, let alone to send Koharu to help. Is this film really so interesting? This is all completely beyond me. Still, since the master agreed, I should not pass judgment as a mere butler. But after thinking it over, I'm still worried about Koharu. Worried about Koharu? That's right, I can tell that Koharu isn't too fond of this jabbering outlander. She's always strictly obeyed the commands of the master and lady, and would never deliberately disobey an order. But the child lacks training and composure. That outlander is a bit too unreserved. If he ruffles Koharu's feathers and she can't restrain herself again, there will be trouble. Koharu's training hasn't been brief by any means, and while her skills are far from perfect, she could easily knock someone lacking in fighting skills out. Training? Knockout? Isn't Koharu a servant of the Kamisato clan? Who is Koharu anyway, and why might you be, may I ask? And who might you be, may I ask? What? Well, who do you think Koharu and I are? Whatever answers you have in mind, all you need to know is that we're absolutely loyal to the Yoshiro Commission and the Kamisato clan. Since you know the boy and have earned the trust of the entire house, a humble housekeeper such as myself is naturally at ease when it comes to you. If you could find the time to go see how that film is coming along, I'd be eternally grateful. Sure thing. I seem to recall that he took a group of people to an island south of here. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk your ear off for this long. Please come back when you have the time. The entire house would be honored. For Xavier. Navigate. Okay, let's go from here. So this might be an unexpected journey. I mean, we met Xavier here the last time too, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like.
Yes.
This is the 11th time. I just don't get it. Just say it. What was the problem this time? The problem this time is, Koharu, is that your performance just now was completely passionless. When I wrote those lines, my heart was bursting with an empty yet fervent passion. Yes, empty yet fervent. I need you to be more patient. Use your voice to express this rich emotion. An empty yet fervent passion? What does that even mean? Wait a minute, didn't the casting call say that the script was written by a famous writer? That's absolutely right. The story was adapted from a novel written by the renowned author Kayabuki Ikkei. And who adapted it, you might ask? None other than myself. Miss Koharu, Mr. Sasano, I am very sorry for making you both go over this so many times. But it's all worth it for the sake of artistic perfection. As such, I hope that... Hold on, I only know one Kayabuki Ikkei, and everything he submitted to the Ye publishing house always got rejected. But he wouldn't accept that, so he started publishing his own novels, but not a single one sold in the end. Don't tell me that we've been put through the ringer 11 times for something that guy wrote. I've had enough of this nonsense. That doesn't look good. Seems like Koharu's seconds away from flying off the handle. Let's go say hello. So Xavier, are you guys filming? Long time no see. Oh, Pithew and Paimon, my dear friends, how marvelous it is to see familiar faces at a time like this. As you can see, following the 7th Samurai, I finally came up with a way to secure the necessary resources to shoot another film. The lead role hasn't been decided yet, but thanks to Lord Kamisato's generosity, the funds, props, and nearly all the other early stage problems have already been taken care of. If you don't mind, could I ask if you maybe possibly at all remember our agreement from before? Remember? What agreement? I mean, I only remember that he kinda promised that he's going to make a movie about our journey. Ah, of course, it's already been a long time since then after all. You mustn't have many other important matters to take care of. You must have had. So it's completely understandable that our first meeting didn't leave an impression. It did, but not because what you are thinking, because we were cleansing Tatarasuna. Not because you are like writing some unimportant stories for unimportant movies. Don't worry, I'm not surprised or disappointed, really. We are. Ah, Pithew is friend of the Yashiro Commissioner, so you all know each other? That's right, Pithew was the first friend that I made in Inazuma. The Fatui who dumped a bunch of work on me, and those non-communicative samurai don't count. If you made friends with Pithew, I guess you can't be all bad. Well, it seems like Xavier's got some chops after all. We're very good friends. You really think so? Even though I've never said so, I, for my part, have considered you a true friend right from the start. You aren't just my dear friend, you're my esteemed, reliable, true friend. Since we're friends, you don't have to call me any of that. Oh, of course, of course. And there you are, right at this most dire moment, like an oasis in the desert of Sumeru. Precious and timely. Well, so long as per our previous agreement, you remain willing to play the role of the female lead in the new film. No, it was about us, not that we are playing it. So what do you say? Will you be my female lead? I would be honored. Wouldn't, but whatever. Paimon can attest to Pithine's ability to improvise. We've traveled together long enough, after all. Getting her to be the main character is definitely a win for you, Xavier. That smile, oh, I should have lingered on it. Absolutely, I have no doubt of that. Well done, Miss Pithine. Here are the scripts for the next two scenes. Your scenes are Act 1, Scene 2, and 3rd. I've highlighted your lines, so please take note of them. Well, it took this much effort to find the right person for the lead role. I might as well give this one more try. Fine. Then I will do it. Okay, Prelude. So Outlander Brigade, when the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai script. Prelude. Outside in the quiet countryside, in the verdant wilds of Narukami, Haru and Sasano stand back to back, each speaking with their eyes closed. Sasano, the wind is coming. Haru, where from? Don't worry about where it's coming from. All you need to know is that it's coming from them. Where are they? That Outlander? They are already walking the path to death. Sasano opens his eyes and then walks into the distance holding Haru's hand. Okay, Scene 2. Outside in the quiet countryside, the Outlander and the two are besieged by the enemy. After escaping with great difficulty, they arrive in the countryside wounded. The Outlander isn't bleeding. Sasano, this won't do. If this continues, we won't have a chance against them. Haru, we'll have to sacrifice ourselves. The two rush out of the frame. Outlander, how did this happen? The Outlander wears a pained expression, but soon makes up their mind again. Outlander, but I won't lose like this. Close up. Don't underestimate my resolve. Super close up. The Outlander turns and walks back towards the enemy ranks as the screen fades to black. Next scene. Outdoors, the enemy stronghold. After making up their mind, the Outlander cuts their way to the enemy stronghold. Haru desperately. Don't worry about us, Sasano impatiently and loud. Hurry, go on without us. The Outlander spins around, continuously swinging their weapon through this endless rotation. This warrior becomes a golden whirlwind. The golden whirlwind covers every inch of the frame. Each enemy caught in the golden whirlwind's endless attacks suffers pain immeasurably worse than that of tooth decay. Fuck. That caught me off guard. The golden whirlwind rapidly flings all enemies on the screen into the distance where they land hard on the ground. The Outlander finally reaches the imprisoned Sasano and Haru, freeing them. Okay. Everything looks so official. Paimon's looking forward to watching your performance, Pithew. Right, auto Xavier to begin the shoot. Well, if you're ready, we can go ahead and begin a test shoot. Ready? Good, good. Then let's begin. This won't do. If this continues, we won't have a chance against them. Smoother, Mr. Sasano, smoother. These lines are just so awkward, though. We have to sacrifice ourselves. With feeling, Haru. Once more with feeling. How did this happen? But I won't lose like this. But the script really is kind of awkward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? Don't underestimate my resolves. Do you sell food here? 13, 14, 15, 16, 7. Why are we counting there? What is this expression? Very nice. Excellent performance, Pithew. Mr. Sasson, Miss Koharu, you two need to go over our script. The next scene is between you two. We need to do better than this. Pithew, we have a lot of battle scenes up next, so you need to complete them with the extras. Try to use the flashiest moves you can. I have a lot of faith in your abilities. I know your performance will be stellar.
釣れたようだ。これでどうだ。
役払い。
部外席。
風の赴くままに。ほれ。
There.
風の行く先を。
渚のリン。
風の赴くままに。
Okay. Next ones. What was it? No, your line is hurry, go on with us. Without us.
Kishi.
風の行く先を。そこだ。
役払い。
や。せい。言い逃れはさせない。
Oh, I get it. So we should have done that while I'm fighting. Mr. Sasano, Miss Koharu, I'm disappointed in both of you. The difference between these crude shots and the true film is like one's that's Danteli on wine and the apple cider. One is alcohol, one isn't. They simply aren't the same thing. Heavens above, I just don't even know how to describe it. You can't remember your lines, your readings are all over the place, and you're not giving me any emotion. How am I supposed to work like that? This is a crime against art. This can't go on, my friends. So, people who are doing you a favor and you're insulting them. I'm really sorry that you're so disappointed, but I don't plan to continue taking part in this. You can reprimand them or punish me, but I'm not going to keep doing this either. Mr. Sasano? I mean, I know that there have been some issues with these performances, but it's nothing a few more rehearsals can't fix. There's no need. We could practice 100 times and I still wouldn't understand what your script is about. I share the sentiment. Why would these two characters suddenly sacrifice themselves and run off to where the enemy is? No matter how you look at it, it just doesn't make any sense. They are just dragging the main character down. And the lines at the end are so awkward, I feel embarrassed just reading them. In short, I quit. Goodbye. Yep, that's done. That's that then. How could you? With Sasano and Koharu gone, we shan't have enough actors to continue filming. This is bad. There, it's okay. Oh, I'm sorry, your efforts. I fear they shall go to waste now. It's fine. Let's think of a way to remedy this situation. I confess, I'm at loss for words. I'm going to Uyu restaurant for a moment. I need to be alone. I'm sorry. We'll talk about this matter the next time we meet. Now Xavier's gone too. Seems like he's in pretty bad shape. He must be taking the argument they had earlier really hard. Do you think we should go cheer him up a bit? Paimon remembers him mentioning Uyu restaurant. If you think we should go, then let's go look for him. Alright. Right. Oh, fuck. I'm still tired, but why? Hey, you found me. Yeah, she drinks booze around here. You're drunk, aren't you, Xavier? Go easy on the drinks. Let's drink. Let's drink. Wait, no, I remember you saying that you wanted to give a drink in. What? You gotta stay on the wagon, okay? When did I say that? It must have been in my dream. Wasn't it just, right, when we were filming, I was being questioned, madly so. Yeesh. Actually, I don't blame Miss Koharu or Mr. Sasano. They were very cooperative at first. That is to say, or I think that is to say, it's probably because I'm not that talented. Don't say that. You just need a little more experience. You really are a good person. You know that. You're so good. Here, let me give you a hug. Hey, a minute ago you were drunk as a skunk. You're not taking advantage of the situation to get chummy with us, are you? I would be interested about these reactions if we were like Ether. I can't decline. I think you've had a little too much drink. You know that film I worked on so hard on before? Well, the higher-ups at the Tenry Commission didn't like it too much. They didn't come right out and say, but they were totally silent, which means they didn't approve. But I refuse to accept this. I refuse. This time I was able to get funding from Lord Kamisato to make this film, so I must take this seriously, don't you think? My dearest, most adored good friend, you're closer to me than a sibling, so I tell you something about me. I'm an engineer. Not that we didn't know that, but I think I can be more than an engineer. I've read lots of books and I can write stuff. I could also be a film writer, an actor, a director. I'm not talking out of my head here. I could really do it. Don't you believe me? I believe you. Great. I would kiss you if I could, but I drank a smidge too much and my breath stinks. Don't get the wrong idea, Pithew. I just think you're truly my most dearest and bestest friend. All the praising. Again. My best friend, I must treat you to a meal today, and I won't take no for an answer. My dear fellow, we order food from you, correct? Come, my friend, order whatever you'd like. 3 flavored skewer, please. Dry braised salted fish, please. Bird egg sushi, please. Oh, dry braised. That's all? No. Unacceptable. You are my best friend. The best friend of Xavier, man of Fontaine. Being stingy with the friends would damage my character, and I am, if nothing else, a person of character. My dear sir, we'll have the 3 flavors skewer, tonkatsu ramen, and whatever else you serve here. Understood. Erika, one of everything for this table. Oh, I'm still playing the drunk, and this is the waiter. Dear Pithew, dear Paimon. Now, this is all I can, I call a real meal. Come, let's eat for our dreams. You have a meal with Xavier? Ooh. Oh. Thanks for your hospitality. Oh, you're a good guy, Xavier. You're Paimon's best friend. Well, one of them, anyway. How was everything? Simply divine. I could taste the lake in your rice and fish. That sweet and delicate aroma is just like what I've done in my hometown of Petrichor. Haha, is that so? I'm glad you liked it. Now, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but this film you mentioned sounds very interesting indeed. Could you tell me more about it, if you wouldn't mind? You explained the film, the Okazaki? Oh, so this Outlander has the resolve to stand up and fight when things get tough. Impressive. But to be honest, there is so little thought or hesitation involved here that this person barely seems human at all. When they meet an enemy they can't beat, they summon up the courage to charge anyway, and they actually triumph. The sort of daring is actually rather frightening. You're still young, Mr. Xavier. I take it that you've never experienced such life-threatening situations before. Certainly not life-threatening, no. But it's the reason why my script has been criticized? Well, let me put it this way. Is having an identical experience first strictly necessary to writing a good story? No, actually. From what I understand. But it helps. At least if identical, that means relatable, because then that way you might put your experiences in the story the way that it is mirrored in the story. Because, for example, you didn't have to go with the ring to Mordor and throw it down to destroy a Dark Lord, but you could have some inner demons that you had to defeat in a way that you had to go pretty long distances. So that's like, if you put it that way, then for example, go against your friends while doing that, and having many obstacles, like first how to leave behind some who are not thinking the same way as you do, or because they cannot help and you would like hurt them, and choose a different path that is unknown for you, like unwalked path, like ever, with obstacles that you didn't even expect to be there. Now if you put it that way, then that's something that you can relate to. You cannot relate to Mordor. You can relate to the journey. So that's why it might be important. From what I understand, quite a number of great authors are homebodies. Besides, I find this no-sense sword-thrown approach very Inazuma-esque. Since I've come to Inazuma, I should make some films with that Inazuma flair. Mr. Kawayuki's original work was also in this style. In order to preserve these unique elements, I've decided to honor the source. Ah, you mean Kawabuki Eke, an interesting lad to be sure. Xavier, I'm moved by your dedication to film. I can't help but be reminded of a story I once heard. Sitting in a restaurant, eating and listening to stories like this is also so Inazuma. I love it. I feel the same way. Please go on. Guys, go on. I was just gonna finish up over here first. Long ago, there lived someone named Seishimaru. Seishimaru was born to samurai parents who worked for powerful people. Well, they weren't very powerful themselves, but they weren't too bad either. But these parents seemingly made a strange error in their work, incurring punishment, and eventually submitted to their execution. Unable to accept their deals, Seishimaru toiled to find the samurai family that carried out the sentence. Truth be told, the responsible party did everything by the book, and the family serving as executioner normally shouldn't have been blamed for the sentence they were ordered to carry out. This family was also acquainted with Seishimaru's... Goodness me, the story is pretty hard to tell without naming names. For now, suppose that the family responsible was the Wakayama clan. To all the good people in Inazuma named Wakayama, please don't hate me for this. As I was saying, blinded by hatred, Seishimaru decided to take revenge on the Wakayamas. But by then... You probably heard that. But by then, the person who had personally beheaded Seishimaru's parents had already passed away, leaving the eldest son in charge of the Wakayama estate. This person happened to also be Seishimaru's childhood friend, but now they had become enemies. This is a story of friends becoming foes, the story about a family's fall following punishment from above. I've heard tales like this before. Like just today. Bill and Kaya, for example. Looks like our young friend here is well read. Officials are privileged, but they also have responsibilities, and mistakes must be punished. We have our own rules here in Inazuma. It's not unheard of for an official to slip up and fall into ruin, but you don't seem surprised at all. You must have a wide circle of friends. Since this isn't surprising to you, I'm afraid that the fallout between Seishimaru and the son of the Wakayamas will be equally predictable. Paimon knows something awful is gonna happen next. It doesn't matter if it's Mondstadt, Liyue, or Inazuma. It's always the same wherever you go. Indeed, there is nothing new under the sun. People always lose themselves due to the same old things. I suppose there are plenty of stories like this one in Fontaine too. Anyway, before any action was taken, Seishimaru, supposedly remembering the old ways, took out the Temari and the sword and let the eldest son of the Wakayama family choose between them. What does that mean? Now, how should I know what Seishimaru was thinking? Still, I think that the Temari and the sword represented life and death, respectively. Having made the wrong choice, the Wakayama's eldest son had no choice but having made the wrong choice, he had no choice but to accept being pursued and slain by Seishimaru. What an ill-fated lad. But before Seishimaru could even come knocking at his door, an illness took him. I don't know if that was lucky or unlucky. Dying of an illness and being killed both mean dying either way, so who knows which would have been better. It's hard not to blame Seishimaru for his death. If it weren't for the former's being bent on revenge, the latter wouldn't have needed to lay low until he fell ill. After that, the younger Wakayama child immediately sought vengeance. Good grief, the cycle never ends, does it? Seishimaru was forced into hiding in the mountains before eventually disappearing. Some say Seishimaru fled in fear of the Wakayamas, while others say he let himself sink to the depths of the ocean to quench his burning hatred. Whichever ending you wish to believe, no one ever saw Seishimaru again. To this day, such fretful matters as hate and shame should all have flowed into the lane eyes with Seishimaru's death. Since this whole dispute has lost its source, just take and all was well again to be the story's ending. That's it. So not even you know where this Seishimaru went? Yeah, all was not well at all. What kind of ending is that? I'm sorry, but that's how the part 1 herd ends. After all, it's a tale that's been spread to many places, so such vagueness is unavoidable. But the issue, you see, Mr. Xavier, you need a story with an ending that leaves people wanting more. Mr. Okazaki, I must say that you are indeed a gentleman of great insight. I wouldn't be surprised if the legend of Seishimaru took place in Fontaine. Especially one of the legend's endings, the one where Seishimaru disappears to put an end to his hatred. That sounds just like what a friend of mine from Sumeru would do. I want to thank you for your kindness. Oh, I forgot to be drunk. Kindness and the nudge you've given me, and not just through this story. Your unique way of giving advice in advance has given me just the inspiration I needed. I think I know what was missing from my film before. Thank you, Mr. Okazaki. This is for me. If I can manage to write an even better script, I come back to offer you my most solemn gratitude. Okay. Tell you what, I really envy your youth and drive, traveler. To be able to befriend such a person is a gift from the gods. You must be a special person as well to have been so blessed. Good things surely await you and Mr. Xavier. Leave. Just leave. The story is quite complete, but it's lacking some emotional turmoil, huh? Xavier, what's on your mind? Heavens forgive me, I'm a real sauce this morning. I left my friend in the restaurant after completely forgetting about we were that. But I think I can write an all-new presentable script now and give this one more shot. It'll definitely work this time. No, I'll make it work. Please allow me a little more time. Just one day will suffice. You write something in one day? Oh fuck. That what is going to be tricky with those two actors? Score and Mr. Susano don't seem keen on trying again. But I can't blame them either. I just have to think of something when the time comes. Can I help in any way? No. I couldn't ask for anything more comforting than having you here to listen to me vent. My dear Pithew, you are indeed a great listener. Miss Spyman, if my behavior was at all untoward just now, can you forgive me? I didn't mean phones. Oh, Miss Spyman, the hat has a nice ring to it. Alright then, the magnanimous Spyman has decided to forgive you. Wonderful. I feel much better now. Let's meet tomorrow at Comor Tea House. I bring you an even better script, you see. It's great that he's so motivated, but it's like Mr. Okazaki said, is it really okay for him to do it all by himself? He says he's gonna write a brand new script in one day. That's a scary big job, isn't it? I'd like to help him. Maybe you should let Xavier work out the script by himself. Paimon thinks we can help him with his actor problem instead. I go talk to the actors. Yeah, that should take a load off his back. Okay. Okay, so they are far off there and there. Let's get here first. Unagi. Unagi. There we are. Hey, my guy. You're the one who was involved in the screening. You're Pithew. Yes, I'm so sorry, I didn't remember your name. It's my fault for having a faulty memory. Sorry, I gave you guys a hard time when we were filming. I know Xavier is from Fontaine. My most important person is also an Outlander, so I understand how difficult it is to be alone in a foreign land. I was picky in the past and caused him trouble. Looking back on it pricks at my conscience. We still need actors. Is that what Mr. Xavier wants? Then please allow me to participate. That was easy. I was called in to participate in the shooting before, though I was only paid the price of a meal. But money that's paid is paid, so I will finish what I started. Just go to Comor Tea House. Got it. I go tell my family later that I'm going to the... Who the fuck cares who you're talking to about it? Alright. I will tell my family about it. The fuck? I mean, I understand that someone always has to know where you are, or where you went, or what do you intend. so you can be found if you're disappeared. Have you seen 127 hours was, I think that was the number. You've come, Pithew. I know it is rude to say this, but I'm sorry. May I ask if Mr. Xavier still needs an actress? What? I left in a rage and failed Master in her painstaking efforts of expressing concern, as well as messing up the quest given by the head of the family. I have disgraced the Yoshiro Commission. Disgraced. You were like attacked him emotionally, and you're putting it on yourself. I don't think that that's a good message. The good message is that you rethink what you've done, and you can go back and help because you feel like you need to help. And still, good message is to forgive for someone who is passionate about their work and acting inappropriate towards you, because when it wasn't against you, it was just because of their passion. You can forgive that, and that's a good message. But however, he has to reflect as well. But putting it this way and making us no effort, then you just decide to crawl back, then you're like telling everybody with that here I am someone you can shit on. So no, don't do that. Master has reprimanded me, so please, I beseech you, please mention this to Xavier so I may do my duty. What did Furuta say to you? No, Master only asked me to think about why I want to stay with the Yashiro Commission. I made a vow to the head of the family and to the Kamisato clan that I would never do anything detrimental to the name of the Kamisato clan in a fit of pique. I was too reckless and indolent, and as a shoe... You're a shoe. I'm a coat. No, as a servant of the Kamisato clan, I was very much out of line. And Mr. Xavier was actually very kind to me, once again. Well, he wasn't. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be so anxious. We still need actors. You mean I still have a chance and I can go and apologize to Mr. Xavier to make up for my mistake? Wonderful, wonderful. I must do well this time. Your generosity is appreciated. Just go to Komor Tea House. I set out right away after I've tidied up my appearance. I mean, I think you're... What the fuck? I think you're just fine. Not even... Wait, we get 300 for this.
おやなんだか事件の匂いがする
Not... Okay, this one. This day or next day? Yep. This day. Please wait, dear customer. Oh, it's you. What is your business in Komor Tea House today? Komore? You're still as cautious as Sioran. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I should have done this. Hey, Tarumaru. Yo. Mr. Sasano, you have much longer lines in this scene, so you must memorize them well and not make any mistakes. Is it too difficult for you? I thought I would end up struggling with the previous script, but I was surprised to find that Xavier had written a new one in just one day. How can I do anything but my best after that? Don't worry, I've memorized my lines carefully. I'm very confident in the script, and I do my best to act it well. I mean, a good script can really help to perform. I agree with that. Okay, Ms. Karu, about the script, do you have anything that you need me to explain? This scene requires a very emotional performance from you. I hope you can portray a playful girl who sells tea. I've rehearsed the lines many times on my own after I received the script, so I'm sure I can perform better than before. Looks like we're late. Everyone's already rehearsing. Xavier, I'm here. Phew, good. Now the main actors are all here. I brought the new script as we agreed yesterday, Pithew. Do you want to read it? Okay. Cast. Kurotani Seishimaru, Wakayama Keisuke, Yano Machiko. Inside the restaurant that Seishimaru and Keisuke frequent. Okay, whatever. It's been a while, Seishimaru. I've heard that you're in charge of the Kurotani clan's affairs now. Looks like the dust has settled since that incident. Lord and Lady Kurotani are gone, but you're taking up the mantle as their eldest daughter to continue to serve the public. I'm sure they would be pleased. Can the dust settle before vengeance is had? You want to take revenge? We're not children anymore. How can you still be just as impulsive as you were back then? With Lord Kurotani's abilities, the investigation never should have gone as wrong as did. But he said himself that he was willing to accept blame and punishment. The punishment from the Great Lords was indeed harsh, but Lord Kurotani asked for it himself. I fear that there is still much left unsaid here. Kurotani and Wakayama are both reputable clans. You now carry the clan name. You're a samurai in service of the public, not some wandering Nobushi Ronin. So no matter how angry you are, you must be patient right now. You mustn't seek revenge. Wait, this one is our sentence. What's suspicious is some of the Great Lords, man. They've been mighty pleased with themselves since my father's death. That's your anger clouding your judgment. They didn't necessarily have anything to do with it. Calm down. Seishimaru looks at the door. Whoever's eavesdropping outside, come on in. Who are you? Who sent you to listen on our conversation? Machiko shows herself. My apologies, good samurai. I'm just a tea seller and my name is Machiko. It wasn't my intention to eavesdrop. Seishimaru saved my life yesterday and she didn't ask for rice or money. I just wanted to repay her and then go back to selling my tea. I didn't mean any offense, honest. Keisuke looks at Seishimaru. Seishimaru nods. You forget it. It's to be expected that a mere tea vendor wouldn't know proper etiquette. What? Still, remember to address her as Master Kurotani from now on. You know what? This is quite opportune. The Kurotani clan needs people, after all. Why don't you stop selling tea and go with Master Kurotani? I don't wish to call her Master Kurotani. Seishimaru has a better ring to it. And well, if I can get my fill of food, then sure, I'll follow Seishimaru. Do whatever you like, Seishimaru. Lord Kurotani is gone. You're in charge of things now. Don't do anything foolish. If you let your temper get the better of you... Anyway, what's important is that your family name continues. It wasn't your adoptive parents who died. Seriously? Has anything I've said made it through that thick skull of yours? Let me ask you this. Will you really raise your blade against the Great Lord's men without a care for your clan? Do you really wish to bring shame to your lord and disaster upon your family? Seishimaru remains silent. Oh great, this is just great. So no one shall have peace until your rage dissipates, yes? Well, since all my efforts to persuade you otherwise have been ineffective, then let me give you the truth straight out. Now, I've been the head of the Wakaima clan since my father passed away. He served as Lord Kurotani's executioner. I know very well that he wronged your family and did great hurt to its name. And the execution was a matter of business, yes, but you're still my friend, and I still want to look after your family if at all possible. So if you still want revenge, I fear I must say that my father is already dead. Come on then, punish me for his sins instead. I dare you. What? Are you hesitating because we are friends? Is that the extent of your resolve, really? You can't even cut ties with me? I was adopted anyway. The family name means nothing to me. Besides, is the good standing of the Kurotani name really more important than my parents' lives? Well, I show you my resolve. Draw the weapon. Put it and the tamari over there on the table. Sashimaru closes her eyes. I close my eyes until you've placed them. Then I'll extend a finger. If I point at your sword, then we must face each other in battle. If I point at the tamari, then we will sever all the bonds that lie between us. Let us leave this to fate. So be it. We're all set. The sword is on Seishimaru's left, and the tamari is on her right. Eyes closed, Seishimaru points to the left and then opens her eyes. Kurotani it looks like our destiny has been decided. My life shall be devoted to vengeance. There shall be no rest till one of us is dead. Since you've made up your mind, then I must man up as well. I carry everything I said before through to the end. I'll be waiting for you. Keisuke leaves. Okay. The story is based on the legend of Seishimaru. Seishimaru's and Wakaima's characters have added a new original character called Yanomachiko. Well, barely. Paimon thinks it flows much better than before, even though she has almost no presence in there. Many details can be embellished given more time, but it's already a challenge to shoot all of this with my current ability. Okay, enough chit-chat. We have to bring out our professionalism. And also the discussion, the dialogue part was actually, yeah, the second half was definitely very interesting to read. Mr. Sasso and Miss Koharu from the supporting cast are ready. As for the set, I've decided to shoot the first scene in the Komura tea house. So Mr. Toma has asked the owner of the tea house for a favor, and fortunately we can borrow a private room there. Now, we're just waiting for the main character, and that's you. You can start the shooting anytime when you're ready. You can read the script first, and there's no need to be nervous. I've marked all the important lines, so take your time. If you make a mistake in a line, we can reshoot it to get the most desirable effect. Alright, so go to Xavier. Okay, tell me when you're ready. I'm ready. It's been a while, Seishimaru. I've heard that you're in charge of the Kurotani clan's affairs now. Looks like the dust has... Oh, okay. Lord and Lady Kurotani are gone. So I should only have read the important lines, because now we're going through that all again. I'm sure that they will be pleased. Can't the dust settle before vengeance is had? You want to take revenge? We are not children anymore. How can you still be just as impulsive as you were back then? With Lord Kurotani's abilities, the investigation never should have gone as wrong as it did, but he said himself that he was willing to accept the blame and punishment. The punishment from the Great Lords was indeed harsh, but Lord Kurotani asked for it himself. I fear that there is still much left unanswered. Here, Kurotan and Wakayama are both reputable clans. You now carry the clan name. You're a samurai in service of the public, not some wandering noble. So no matter how angry you are, what's suspicious is some of the great lordsmen. You've been mighty pleased with themselves since my father's death. That's your anger clouding your judgment. They didn't necessarily have anything to do with you. Calm down. Who perceives dropping outside? Come on in. Who are you? Who sent you to listen in on our conversation? My apologies, good samurai. I'm just a teaser and my name is Machiko. It wasn't my intention to eavesdrop. Session saved my life yesterday, and she didn't ask for rice or money. I just wanted to repay her and then go back to selling my tea. I didn't mean any offense, honest. I forget it. It's to be expected that a mere tea vendor wouldn't know proper etiquette. Still, address her as a Master Kurotani from now on. You know what? This is quite opportune. The Kurotani clan needs people after all. Why don't you blah blah blah? I don't wish to call her Master Kurotani. Seishimaru has a better ring to it. Well, if I can get my fill of food, then sure, I'll follow her. Do whatever you like, Seishimaru. Then Lord Kurotani is gone. You're in charge of things now. If you let your temper get better, you... Anyway, what's important is that your family name continues. It wasn't your adoptive... who died? Yeah, so try hard to learn your lines anyway. You don't have to starve yourself to act anyway. Seriously, has anything I've said made it through that thick skull of yours? Let me ask this. Will you really raise your blade against the great lordsman without care of your clan? Do you really? Great. This is just great. So no one shall have peace until your rage dissipates. Well, since my efforts to persuade you otherwise have been ineffective, then let me give you the truth straight out. I've been the head of the blah blah blah. He said blah blah. I know very well that blah blah blah. Okay, so and they will be dueling. Okay, I read it all. Should have read it here, but whatever. Draw your weapon. Put it in. Yeah. Okay, so be it. Well, we are pointing to the sword by the script, so let's go with that. Destiny has been decided. Everyone did a good job. The effects were perfect this time. Mr. Sasano's performance was full of power and conveyed the charisma of his character, Wakayama Keisuke. Mr. Xavier, there's something I'm curious about. Can I ask you about it? Of course. I must say Machiko was very lively and playful earlier, just as I'd envisioned. Keisuke chose to let Seishimaru take revenge on him, and that's actually to make Seishimaru cool his temper, right? Her temper? It was out of the goodness of his heart, so would it be better if this character sounded gentler? The current lines feel a little cruel. I too consider making Keisuke a gentleman, but eventually I gave him this cold and stiff style. But you're right, the story should have another possibility. Should I make more adjustments? Xavier is doing well now. Mr. Xavier, there is no need to doubt yourself. The reason I asked is that I don't understand why the script was written that way. I can sense that you are very talented in writing. Please continue what you were planning on doing. Thank you for saying that, Miss Koharu. Then let's carry on. For the next scene, I'd like to go to Nazuchi Beach. Given the lighting and location, it should be shot in the evening. Let's all get ready and start shooting the next scene in the evening. Alright. go. Everybody got there easily. Oh. This thing about shadows has nothing to do with us. Make payments and we're done. Just pay money and you can shoot shadows in this area. Tanaka, you can't say that. Whether you can shoot the shadows well after paying depends entirely on Hifumi's mood. Friends, I've applied in advance to the Yashiro Commission. The filming is in full compliance with the Inazuma regulations. If you are willing, you can participate too. We happen to need a few more actors for the next scene. To be involved in the process of creating art is much more fun than money. Money is the only thing on their minds. Saying this stuff to them is useless. Just when the shooting was finally going well, why did we have to run into these guys? I'm starting to feel sorry for them. Poor Mr. Xavier for running into unreasonable people. Paimon is saying that she feels sorry for these bad guys. Huh? Yes, for this. Help us shoot this film, please. What are you talking about, you brat? Looking for a fight? What the hell? That was the other direction than what you were facing before. You were cooperative. Stop hitting us already, man lady. And this is not the first time I've seen you fight, but I still have to say that you're terrifying. Good thing we're friends. 100 saviors wouldn't be match for you. Don't worry, I will make no moves against you. I'm relieved then. The following scene requires you to channel the vigor of your fighting self. There aren't many lines for you in this scene, but you can still take a look at it. That's the same thing. Oh, it's just this. Outside, in the overgrown wilderness, wind erupts between Seishimaru and the Nobushi, with the former ultimately emerging victorious. We don't even have any lines, but these will be said, so... Okay, we will begin when you're ready. Ready? Okay. So now they are just saying it without me able to read it. Oh. Shinobu has died. Alright. Okay, good. You all said your lines naturally and didn't make any mistakes. Wait, they left already. I added more lines for them and even used their real names for the characters after obtaining their permission. Ignore those bullies. If it hadn't been for Pithew, this scene wouldn't have been shot. It's nothing, don't mention it. Pithew, you're too modest. You delivered a smooth performance in that scene. Keep up this level and the next big scene will be no problem at all. Oh yes, there is one more scene next. Yes, I thought about it yesterday when I wrote the script, and this last scene must be shot in a place with a cliff and small island. The small island to the east of Narukami Island is very suitable. Well, this next scene on location is the key to the whole script, and I want to use the glow of sunset as the backdrop. All of us have been shooting continuously for a long time, so we should take this time to rest. Let's meet tomorrow evening at the design location. Again. Right, so that's there. Oh, back to reality. The ghost gravity. Okay. This is a cool place. The third act requires a little more from Mr. Sasano. This new character, Wakayama Kojuro, is Wakayama Keisuke's younger brother, and it is more appropriate to have Mr. Sasano play him. He told me before, and I am mentally prepared. It's just remember to pull your punches for that second fight scene, Pithew. Oh yes, the script. I forgot to hand the script to Pithew. Look at me. All I'm thinking about is how to shoot the next scene, and I forgot to give you the script. I'm so sorry. Act 1. Act 2. Act 3. Okay, so he's gone, and I'm sorry I said the same thing once before. I really like you, Machiko. With past experience from the first scenes, I believe you are already familiar with the way we shoot. Okay, I will forget it. She has to jump off a cliff at the end. That is really dangerous. It's fine. We have a wind glider. Paimon knows you're used to facing all sorts of danger, but you cannot think of yourself as an invincible person made of steel. Dear Miss Paimon, we do not need Pithew to jump off a cliff here. She just needs to glide down the cliff using a wind glider. Don't worry. Alright, if you say so. Then go for it. Go. Go. I mean action. So, are you ready? I'm ready. Master Seishimaru, I found you someone from the Wakayama clan. Master Keisuke is already gone. Please, let this all go. So, Kurotani, you must have come for revenge on my brother. Now, listen here. Keisuke worked himself to the bone day and night to settle the clan's affairs this entire year. And it was all because of your stupid agreement. So, he's gone. Is he sleeping? You're a coward for placing sole blame on your father's executioner. And you won't get your revenge now, no matter how much you want it. You know why? That's because our father's already gone. Kurotani, you didn't have to have what it took to avenge your adoptive parents. And you wound up hurting Keisuke, who tried to persuade you with good intentions. You don't deserve to be called a samurai. Keisuke once said that executioners must be prepared to suffer retaliation. If you can't even stomach that, then you can't forget about charging into battle and taking the lives of others. Since Keisuke isn't here anymore, then I, his younger brother Wakayama Kujuru, am willing to take his place. I'm sorry, I end it quick and I'm tired. You're going to lose, right? No. It's too late for you to flee now. My brother died because of you and I'll never forgive you. Or let you go. This is for Keisuke.
風の行く先を。やっ。
Come in the picture. As long as you don't kill me, I devote my life to seeking revenge, and I won't rest until one of us is dead. I said the same thing once before. Well, it's fortunate that no one died. Just give it a rest, both of you. Look at this fuss you're both making. Clan this, revenge that. What about these vague notions? Is worth all this trouble anyway? I just tea. As long as I can eat my fill, I'm happy. I couldn't care less what my last name is. I don't have much of a way with words. But rain falls into the lake, and the lake water evaporates, and rain falls from the sky again. Even if that water freezes, it will become sweet tea if you heat it over a stove. Who cares whether the tea you were served came from the sky, the lake, or the pot? This might sound like sophistry, but I'm telling you both to stop this fighting now, so you can go home to eat. I really like you, Machiko. I really like you, Koharu. I really like you, Sasano. Machiko. Huh? Why would you say that at a time like this? You're embarrassing me. Good grief. Well, I just assume you won't fight with Mr. Wakayama anymore then. Turn back. He can't move right now anyway. Since my life is like rain and my death is like tea, both are like water, there is no point clinging on to things like this. It's good that you think so. If rains from the heavens can save the earth from calamity, then surely I can too, right? My lord. Kurotani. Huh, they didn't even show us jump. Following Xavier's prime energy, extend your wing glider. Oh, that was close. Good thing. The filming's finally done. Come to think of it, this makes Paimon the first audience of your film, doesn't it? Paimon thinks you all did great. This film will be a massive hit for sure. You alright, Pithew? Did you land safely? We're fine, no worries. We'll be back up soon. Oh, I do have to climb back. Here. Now the question is, I should be able to stand. I should be able to stand there. If I can't, then that's bad. Okay then we're not climbing up from there. Maybe from here. But it all depends on this sledge. Yeah, even here. I No, this will not go. Okay. Okay, can I only do that like this? Perfect, this is the story I had in mind. Bikini, Mr. Sasano, and Miss Koharu, the performances you've contributed touch my heart. Thank you. Surely you're exaggerating. Yay. It's true, you two. The story has a perfect ending to me. I've been hoping to film a perfect swashbuckler film, and now I finally realize this dream. Now I can hold my chest up high and hand this film over to the actual commissioner. I feel very lucky to be part of this story too. Speaking of which, the story is really familiar. I keep feeling like I've heard it before. Have you heard about the legend of Seishimaru? I heard about it only a while ago from the owner of the Uyu restaurant. Mr. Okazaki? In the story I heard Seishimaru had the surname Kawasaki, or was it Shimazaki? I can't really remember. It's okay. Folklores usually have many versions, and the same can be said about legends of Fontaine and Sumeru too. What kind of legend does Sumeru have? What kind of legend does Fontaine have? Yeah, if Sumeru and Fontaine are even Natlan local legends, first time we heard it. I mean, I think Natlan local legends were used as the source material. What sort of story would we have? So these three and Shneznaya are the ones that that are left in this game, and Sumeru will come right now, so we will be halfway done at that point. What sort of story would we have? It would be a good idea to shoot a film in one of those places if I get the chance. Okay, time is running out. I have to hurry and finish the film, then send it to the Kamisato's residence. Pitine, forgive me for not having the time to chat. I'll write to you as soon as I have progress. Until we meet again. Yay! So just to see how fucking close I am. So this is even then, if there's 300, then it's 93 compared to 125. So that would be 1,300. That would mean that I would be like 150 off. No, like 50 off. Fuck that. I'm less than 50 away. And I could do it if I would pay with Primo Gems. $50 Primo Gems to restore 60 original resin. Well, we are having these ones here, which I freaking don't care. The next tomorrow there will be stuff that I would go for, but this way it will be just a waste, because I would just go for Mora. Okay, not waste, because Mora is gonna go anyway, because like 1,000 or 1,400,000 is definitely something that I'm going to spend very soon. But I would need these talent books instead. So that's what I would go for. And this is my 1.5 million basically would go. But I have that Mora right now as well. It's just Mora will be needed anyway later on. Yeah, so then after that Kazuha will be triple crowned. And then after that I would go for farming very decent Venereer. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow because now it would be just a waste. Would be just a waste. Alright. That means that that's it for today. I mean, there's a quest for tomorrow as well, which might be shorter, I don't know. So maybe that's the one that I should have done today. I didn't even expect that I would go for a quest this long at the end, but at least. So I'm not mad about it. And tomorrow it might be that I don't have much time. So the thing is, tomorrow, AR60, here I come. Until then, good night. And that's gonna be more. Bye.